Subscribe Adda 24/7 and press the bell icon.
हेलो एवरीवन एंड वेलकम टू अड्डा 24/7। स्वागत है आप सभी का अड्डा 24/7 में। दिस इज मॉर्निंग CGL। सो गाइस, टुडेज session is going to be very important because today what we are going to discuss is how to crack CGL mains, not pre but mains. Now many students would be thinking, sir, why mains? The road to mains goes from pre. First we have to go for pre and then only we can qualify for mains. Now guys, we need to understand a thing that if we are preparing for a competition, it doesn't matter what competition is that, we have to follow a pattern, which is a pattern, or we have to practice it in such a way that we are preparing one step ahead. We have to be one step ahead always. For example, do you remember Milkha Singh? So when Milkha Singh was preparing for the race, he used to tie a big tire and then he used to run. Why? Did he have to run with that tire? No, not at all. Still, because the reason is he had to prepare one step ahead. The same we have to do if we want to crack mains examination, if we want to crack, actually if we want to have a job through SSC CGL, from the very first day we have to target mains examination. So we need to understand three things. First is First thing is why it takes more than one attempt. Why it takes more than one attempt to crack CGL? The very first question. The second question is why mains? And the third question is how mains? So the answer to this question, why it takes more than one attempt, because we do not know the pattern, we do not know what does the exam demand. We need to understand what does the exam demand. So what does the exam demand? Exam demands what? That you have to, from the very first day, you have to prepare for mains. So let me tell you the difference between tier 1 and tier 2, to which I am calling mains. So this is actually the mains examination. Now this class is going to be in English because it is for our north east students and for our South Indian students. So tier 1 consists of 4 subjects: English, maths, reasoning and GS. This English consists of 25 questions, maths consists of again 25 questions, reasoning 25 questions and GS once again 25 questions. However, they are of 100 marks Now what you need to understand in this, that these are the two main subjects you need to prepare for. The reason is, in mains you have English for 200 marks and maths for 200 marks. What is the time duration between tier 1 and tier 2? We hardly get 2 months. Now think, for a while you were preparing only for 25 questions and suddenly you have to go for 200 questions. Here you have one reading comprehension, just one reading comprehension, and maybe no close test. Here you have 5 reading comprehension, maybe 3 close tests, with a lot of PQRS, with narration, with voice and many other things. So mains exam is entirely a different scenario, entirely a different pattern and entirely a different level. So you have to prepare for that level, and after the completion of pre-examination you do not have that much time that you go for mains. So the idea is you have to start the preparation for mains examinations from the very first day. From the very first day you have to prepare for mains examination. Now what is mains examination? Now I just told you why it takes more than 1 day, because you always prepare for pre. The answer to this is you always prepare for pre. So you are not supposed to prepare for pre, you have to target mains. Now why mains? Because this is the main examination. It requires, it consists of 200 marks for maths, 200 marks for English, 100 questions of maths and 200 questions of English. So you have 300 questions which needs to be attempted in 1 day. In 1 day. See, these both math and English examinations are conducted in 1 day, in a single day. Okay, so this is going to be very tiresome for you guys if you do not prepare accordingly. So why mains? Because it is the most important one. It consists of 400 marks. Now the question is how mains. So let's see how we can go for mains. Now first of all we need to understand why am I focusing so much on mains examination, what is the target, and what is the pattern for mains examination. So the very first thing that you need to understand, let me give you the questions, the number of questions asked, what are the topics, and what is the syllabus of mains. Everything will be covered in this exam. Now guys, moreover everything will be taught to you in this class itself, and that too for free. So guys, be regular to this class. Just keep liking the session, subscribe the session and share the session. Okay, so here it comes. Let me tell you about the mains pattern. The very first thing is that you need to focus is reading comprehension. Reading comprehension. Now what is the reading comprehension? A passage is given to you, you have to read that passage, and on the basis of that passage you have to answer the following questions. So there would be some questions, the questions which follow this reading comprehension. So how many reading comprehension are asked? Remember, 5 to 6 reading comprehensions are asked. One reading comprehension consists of 200 to 250 words, and there are 5 reading comprehensions. So let's say if 200 multiplied by 5, it comes to 1000 words. These are words, and how many marks? 30 marks. So this reading comprehension is of 30 marks in mains examination. Now then we have close test. This close test, now 3 to 5 close tests are asked in our mains examination. 3 to 5 close tests are asked in mains examinations. So let's make it this way. If suppose if 3 reading comprehensions, if 3 close tests are asked, one close test is consist of 150 marks. So it comes to how many words? 450 words. These are words. 3 reading comprehension, 3 cloze test, and 1 cloze test is consist of 150 words. So 3 into 150, it comes to 450 words. And how many marks? 30 marks once again. Then third is, we have PQRS questions, to which you call sentence arrangement. So what happens in sentence arrangement? A paragraph is given to you in which the sentences are jumbled. Maybe the first sentence is written in the last sentence is written in the very starting, and the middle sentences are also jumbled. So you have to arrange them in such a way that it should make a coherent paragraph. Or you can understand it this way as well. Sometimes it happens that the first and the last sentence is given, and you have to arrange the sentences in between the first and the third and the last sentence. That means you have to arrange the sentences which are the theme or the main part or the mid part of the paragraph. So how many questions? Usually 20. This is an average I am taking. Sometimes it happens 22 questions are asked from PQRS. Sometimes it happens just 18 questions are asked. So let's see, there are 20 questions which are asked, and one question consists of around, you can say, 50 words at least. So 5 to the 10, that means 1000 words, and once again 20 marks. Then we have sentence improvement. Now what is sentence improvement? A sentence is given to you. That sentence could be correct and could be wrong as well. There are 4 options given below that sentence, and you need to find out which of those sentences can improve the given sentence or the part of the sentence. So it's like one sentence is given to you. If you find it wrong, there are 3 options you need to pick, and the 4th option is no improvement. So if you find that the sentence is absolutely correct, it doesn't have any error, then you have to go for no improvement. If you feel that there is a problem with the sentence, then pick first, second or third, any of the sentences. There are 20 questions asked in that. 20 question. One question consists of 4 lines. Why 4 lines? First is question, then 3 options. I am not counting the 4th option because it is no improvement. Okay, I repeat. One question consists of 5 lines. First is question, then 3 options which can replace the wrong part of the sentence. Then the last is no improvement. I am not counting no improvement. The reason is it is just no improvement 2 words. So 4 lines, and 1 line consists of 10 words. So how many words? 4 to the 8, 800 words, 20 marks. Then we have error detection. Now what is error detection? A sentence is given to you. It is a one-liner. One-liner means, like, let me write it for you. I can give you a demo of this question. Do you really understood what I want to deliver? Now, suppose this is a question, and portion 1, portion 2, portion 3, and then portion 4. So you need to find which portion has got the error. If you think that there is no error in the given sentence, then you have to mark no error. You have to mark no error here. Okay, you have to mark it no error. And if you have found that where the error lies, like here, understood is wrong, it should be understand, because with did, do, does we always use first form of the verb. So you need not worry about this, guys. All the rules, everything, whatever is there in mains examination will be taught to you in this morning CGL class. So you need not worry about that. I am there to help you out every day. I'll be there. I'll be here at 8:45. See, there are two batches we have. One is from 8:45 to 9:15, that means quarter to 9, from quarter to 9 to quarter past 9. This is bilingual. One is 9:30 AM, or you can say 9:30 to quarter past 10. This is English medium. So this is the batch in which I am teaching right now. So in these two batches, I am going to teach you almost each and everything that is related to SSC CGL examination. So you need not worry about that. All you have to do is to be regular to the class and do not miss any of the session. Okay, do not miss any of the sessions. So let's see. So these are error detection questions. I hope you have understood what error detection is. Next is error detection. How many questions? 20 question, one liner. One line consists of 10 words. That means how many words? 200 words and 20 marks. Next is question 6th is voice. Voice is active voice and passive voice. Now what happens that a question is given to you which could be in active voice or which could be in passive voice as well. Now you have to pick the option which is opposite to the voice given in the passage. That means if the sentence is in active voice, you have to find the passive voice for the same question. If the sentence is in passive voice, you have to find the answer in active voice. So active and passive voice, basically, again you have got 20 questions on an average. Sometimes it happens 22 are asked, sometimes it happens just 17 or 18 are asked. So on an average 20 questions are asked in mains examination. One question consists of how many lines? How many words? 10. How many lines are there? There are 5 lines. Why 5 lines? One is the question which is in active voice or in passive voice. Then you have 4 options which could be in active voice or passive voice. So it comes to 10 into 5 into 10. Again 1000 words and 20 marks. Then we have narration. Now narration is something to which you call direct and indirect speech. What happens in direct and indirect speech? Again a sentence is given to you. That sentence could be a bigger one, a big one as well, because it happens sometimes we have lengthy sentences. Big here I mean lengthy. So you have lengthy sentences as well, and you have to find, suppose if the sentence is in direct voice, direct narration, you have to find out the indirect narration in the given options for the same sentence. Now the same happens if you get an indirect narration, a sentence which is in which it is given, the sentence is given in indirect narration. So the answer is going to be in direct narration. So again you have 20 question. One question consists of how many lines? One line consists of how many words? 10 words. And how many line? 5. Why 5 line? First is question which is given in direct or indirect narration, then 4 options. So collectively they are 5, 1000 words, 20 marks. Then 8th is vocabulary. Now vocabulary consists of many things: idioms, phrases, one word substitution, spellings, antonym, synonyms, root words, fillers, and much more. So this is collectively, I am not counting the words for this, but let me count marks for this. So it consists of 40 marks. So collectively it is of 40, 80, 100, 140 and then 60, 200 marks examination. And how many words? 1000, 2000, 3000, 4000, 5000. So it is 5450. And let's make it a round figure. So this is 500 words. This much you are going to get in your mains examination. Now let me tell you one important thing, that these 500 words, sometimes it happens that you have to read a reading comprehension twice. Sometimes it happens that you have to read a close test thrice. Sometimes it happens that you have to read a question which is based on narration 2 or 3 times. Then you have to pick up the options and you have to make an analysis of the options twice or thrice. It doesn't matter how good you are at English, there are certain questions which you have to read twice at least. So if you read it twice, that means this 5000 words becomes how much? Multiply by 2. At least if you read it twice, it becomes 10,000 words. And this is the reason we are unable to crack the examination, because we do not have that stamina to read 10,000 words at a time. Think for a while, think and let me know how many times in your life have you read 10,000 words? Except if you are a good reader, except you love reading novels, except you love reading newspaper, except you sit with a book for 1 hour or 2 hours or 3 hours regularly, then only you do it. So the very first thing is, you have to understand that this is the mains examination. Here the pattern is in front of you. Here everything is in front of you. You have got how many words? 5,000 words. That means if you read them twice at least, then it becomes 10,000 words. So we are preparing for how many words? 10,000 words. So the question arises, (10,000 words). Now what is that, these 10,000 words? For what you have to do for these 10,000 words? You have to do reading. Okay, a lot of reading is required. Reading, you have to be a habitual reader. What you have to become? You have to become a habitual reader. If you must have a reading habit if you really want to crack CGL. So there are 2 things that you need to do. Today I am here just to tell you how to crack the examination. So first thing I have told you, what? That you have to go for reading. Now there are questions you might have in your mind related to reading. The very first is, why to read? Second is, how to read? Third is, what to read? So this why I have just told you, because of 10,000 words. There are 10,000 words you need to prepare. So this is the answer for why. How and what will be discussed tomorrow at the same time. Tomorrow I am going to give you a detailed analysis of how to read and what to read. and how much time you have to denote to reading. That is going to be around 45 minutes. I am not going to ask a lot. What I just want 45 minutes, core 45 minutes of yours. Okay, so this is from the reading part. Then you have grammar and vocabulary part. So remember, these two things are also going to be covered in this examination, in this morning CGL batch. So tomorrow actually I am going to cover this session, the reading one. So one class is ample enough to make you understand how to read and what to read. Then we are going to start with grammar and vocabulary in the same batch. All you have to do is like, subscribe and share. Guys, this is going to be a mutual understanding and mutual relationship. The more you like, the more you subscribe, the more people you can bring in this nexus, in this connection with us, then you know, the better I am going to teach, because I know a lot of crowd is watching me, so obviously my confidence level will go up and I am going to deliver the best of my content. Now the second thing is that so it is simple, it's give and take relationship. The more students we have, the better I am going to teach. The same is with from your side as well. The better I am going to teach, the more students you are going to bring. So it is going to be a one-on-one relationship, a give and take relationship. So please like, share and subscribe. Now there is no pattern change, there is only the change in level. Try to understand, this is a small change in level in tier 1 and tier 2. See, tier 1 is all about doing it a little quicker, because you have only 60 minutes in this. This exam is only for 16 minutes, in which you will find just 25 questions. 25 questions with 2 marks each, that means 50 marks hardly. For English, 50 marks for English. I am just talking about English right now. Okay, you have got your maths faculty as well. He is going to conduct the classes soon, and we have a reasoning faculty as well. He has already conducted classes for you for the same thing what I am going to do for English. Then we have tier 2. Tier 2 is consist of, if I talk about English, 2 hours, then 200 questions, 1 mark each. So collectively 20 marks. Here we have 0.25 negative. Here we have 0.5 negative marking. So stay away from the negative marking, go for the positive marking. Now, so this is 2-hour session, and let me tell you a very important thing, that maths, which consists of 100 questions, you will get 2 hours for the same. 1 question is of 2 marks, and both these examination will be conducted on the same day. So this is the most important thing. You need to remember that it all happens on same day. Now try to understand, this exam is a stamina based exam. This exam is a stamina based exam. For now, think for a while, you have just done 100 questions of maths. And it took you 2 hours to complete those 100 questions. You couldn't attempt all 100 questions because 2 hours, you find those 2 hours not sufficient for for these 100 questions. Okay, so suppose you somehow did 90 questions. Now after doing 90 questions of maths, you have a break of around half an hour or 1 hour maximum. You can give a call to a friend of yours, or you can call your girlfriend and tell your whereabouts, and you can tell that everything is fine there, and you can call your parents. You can get a lot of good luck from them, or your teachers, or whatever. Okay, then you have to go for English. Okay, first maths and then English. So it goes like this: first maths and then English. So you have just done 100 questions of maths, and then you are going for 200 questions of English, where you have to go for reading comprehension, where you have to go for close test, then where you have to go for PQRS and 20 PQRS, then 3 close tests, then 5 reading comprehension, and then many questions on grammar, then vocabulary, voice, narration. It is going to be a very extensive session. Okay, so this is the reason I call this exam what? Stamina based exam. Okay, so you need to understand one thing, guys. If you have not built up your stamina, it takes a while to build up your stamina. It's like, for example, you are preparing for CPO. So for CPO examination, there is a race. There is a race for 600 meters. So can you win a race in a jiffy without preparing for it? Extempore, you went there and you ran for 600 meters and you came first, and you could complete it in 5 minutes, though the time was 6.5 minutes, but you did it, I mean, a little early as well. No, guys, it is not impossible. Things do not work in this manner. Things do not work in this fashion. So you need to understand, you have to start preparing for this 1600 meters from the very first day you think about CPO examination. The same happens for CGL mains examination. If you want to do these 20 PQRS questions, these 3 close tests or 5 reading comprehension, then start reading from today onwards. Start reading from today onwards. Why am I asking for today onwards? Because it takes time to build up your stamina. It takes time to build up. Like, guys, it happens if any one of you goes to gym. So it happens that you just have done an extensive biceps workout today. So when you go to your washroom, you want to wash your face after your workout, your biceps doesn't allow your hands to go up. What do? You have to bring your face down to wash it. So the same happens, everything happens, the same happens in the examination, because you have never read those 10,000 words in your life. You have never read it. So it becomes almost impossible for you to attempt the whole paper. And this is the reason you have to, if you make an analysis, you will find that especially the students who have given the mains examination, they find that the questions they got wrong, they somehow knew that questions, and they got stunned, they got amazed that why did I get those questions wrong? I knew those questions, but still you got it wrong. The same happens. It is the same. The logic is same. The logic is same. While you were washing your face, your biceps were not allowing you to move your hands upwards. Why? Because your biceps muscles were tired. The same happens with mains examination. Your mind was so much tired that it could not concentrate any further, and you had to leave the questions in between, or you had to attempt it casually, or you got it wrong. So you need to understand that reading is most important. How much you have to read? 45 minutes of reading is ample if you do it every day. I repeat, 45 minutes of reading is ample if you do it every day. Every day means every day. I am going to teach you tomorrow that what is something that needs to be read. So tomorrow's session is all about reading. How to read, what to read, and when to read. Everything will be taught to you in tomorrow's class. So today's class is all about pattern, changes and the syllabus discussion. So I have told you the pattern of mains, what all I have covered in this session. Let me brief it in 5 minutes. The very first thing that I covered in this session is pattern of mains, CGL. Okay, I have told you the number of questions, the number of marks, and everything. That is so what all I told you: pattern, number of words, number of questions, and marks. The very first thing. Then the second thing that we have discussed in this session is importance of reading, because the exam is stamina based. Okay, so because the exam is stamina based, so you need to understand the importance of reading. Now, third thing what I discuss is that, remember, this is the main idea which I have given you today, the cynosure of the talk. The conclusion of this class is focus on mains, because you have to start from 0. This is your start point. Let me make it this way. You have to start it from here. You have to start from 0, and you have to go to selection, or let's write it job. So here is mains, and if this is the road, you will find pre here. So guys, if you have your vehicle filled, so do not get it filled for pre, get it filled for mains. So if you prepare for mains, obviously you are going to cover the pre-examination. So please guys, focus on mains examinations, whether you are preparing for maths or you are preparing for English. Prepare for mains. Okay, so this is the cynosure of the talk. Conclusion of the class is focus on mains. Now, whatever topic we have discussed today, whatever topic I have shown you in the mains examination pattern, that means reading comprehension, closed test, PQRS, then narration, then voice, then everything. I am going to tell you, everything will be taught to you. Everything will be taught to you in the upcoming classes. So please be there tomorrow at the same time in morning CGL batch. Any doubt, any confusions, you can write it in the comment section. I am going to discuss it that as well. So tomorrow's session is all about reading. Tomorrow's session is all about reading and its importance. Actually reading, why we have covered it today, then how and what we are going to cover tomorrow. Okay, so guys, it was wonderful teaching you all. So please like, subscribe and share this. Moreover, I am going to be here tomorrow itself, and we are going to discuss what to read and how to read. Thank you so much. Enjoy yourselves. Have a wonderful day. Thank you. Bye bye.